Our story begins on the vast, sun-drenched plains of Africa, a land teeming with life and possibility. Here, beneath the endless sky, the earliest chapters of our human journey were written. It was here that our distant ancestors made a move that would change the course of history forever. They stood upright, rising above the tall grasses to see farther, to move differently, to become something new. This seemingly simple act, bipedalism, freed their hands, allowing them to craft the first tools from stone, to gather and carry food, and to interact with their world in ways no creature had before. With hands now available for creativity, the seeds of innovation were sown. Early hominins blended into the landscape, surviving alongside giant beasts and predators. Their sharpened stones became their first line of defense and their first means of shaping the world around them. These tools, though primitive, marked the dawn of human ingenuity. For millions of years, progress was slow, measured in the gradual refinement of these basic tools. Each generation built upon the last, chipping away at stone, learning, adapting, and passing on their hard-won knowledge. Then, a new kind of human emerged. Homo sapiens. With larger brains and more complex thoughts, they could imagine, communicate, and dream. Around the flickering light of campfires, they shared stories, ideas, and plans for the future. This was our superpower, the ability to cooperate, to plan together, and to teach our children what we had learned. Knowledge was no longer lost with each generation, it was built upon, refined, and expanded. Around 70,000 years ago, small bands of humans began a journey that would shape the destiny of our species. They migrated out of Africa, not in a single wave, but slowly, over countless generations, following the rhythms of the land and the promise of new horizons. They followed coastlines, crossed vast deserts, and ventured into unknown lands. Driven by curiosity, necessity, and the urge to explore, they adapted to every environment they encountered, from dense forests to arid plains. This great migration eventually brought humans to every corner of the planet. From icy tundras to remote islands, from towering mountains to lush valleys, our ancestors learned to survive and thrive in the most challenging environments. We became a global species, all from a single, upright step taken so long ago. Each footprint left behind was a testament to our resilience and our unending quest to move forward. The journey had begun, and the world would never be the same. With every step, we transformed not only ourselves, but the very landscapes we crossed. Our first steps set humanity on a path towards civilization, innovation, and the endless adventure of discovery that continues to this day. For most of our history, humans lived as hunter-gatherers, wandering vast landscapes in search of food and shelter. We traveled in small, close-knit groups, relying on each other for survival and sharing everything we found. Our lives were shaped by the rhythms of nature, moving with the seasons, to follow migrating animals and ripening plants. Each day was a new challenge, and our survival depended on our ability to adapt to ever-changing environments. Life was simple but tough, focused on finding food, making tools, and staying safe from predators and the elements. Our days revolved around the hunt, the search for edible plants, and the warmth of the campfire at night. Everything changed about 10,000 years ago in the Middle East, when people made a groundbreaking discovery. They could plant seeds and grow their own crops. This was the birth of agriculture, a turning point that would alter the course of human history. The invention of agriculture and the domestication of animals gave us control over our food supply for the first time. Instead of chasing herds, we could raise them. Instead of searching for wild grains, we could cultivate fields of wheat and barley. People began to settle down, building the first permanent villages along rivers and fertile plains. They learned to store surplus food in granaries and clay jars, which meant they could survive lean seasons and feed growing families. As food supplies grew more reliable, populations increased. Small villages expanded into towns, and over generations, these towns blossomed into the world's first cities, bustling centers of human activity and innovation. In places like Uruk and Ur, thousands of people lived together for the first time, creating new challenges and opportunities. These early cities became hubs of culture, trade, and invention. With so many people living side by side, rules and leaders emerged to keep order. Not everyone needed to farm anymore. Some became builders, traders, or leaders, while others took on new roles in the growing community. Some became priests, guiding spiritual life. Others became soldiers, protecting the city. and artisans crafted tools, pottery, and jewelry. This new diversity of jobs fueled innovation and made societies more complex. This division of labor was the engine of civilization, allowing people to specialize and excel in their crafts, and to build things never before imagined. Cities became centers of trade, technology, and culture, where ideas and goods flowed freely, and where the seeds of modern society were first planted. The world was transformed by the simple act of planting a seed, a small gesture that sparked a revolution, changing how we live, work, and connect with each other. Humanity's story shifted from wandering to building, from surviving to thriving. We began to shape the land, create homes, and leave behind lasting legacies. The foundation for our modern world was laid in these first cities, where the seeds of civilization took root and grew into the world we know today. With cities came civilization, and Egypt was among the first to shine. The Nile's floods brought abundance, allowing Egyptians to build pyramids, monuments to their pharaohs and their beliefs. They developed hieroglyphics, advanced medicine, and a solar calendar much like ours. Egypt's achievements inspired the world, but they weren't alone. In Mesopotamia, Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians created law codes, epic tales, and early astronomy. These empires forged the foundations of government, religion, and written law. The first great experiments in human cooperation echoed through history. As Egypt's era faded, Rome rose from a small city-state to a vast empire. Roman roads, aqueducts, and legions unified lands from Britain to Mesopotamia. Their legal system, with principles like innocent until proven guilty, still shapes our world. Latin became the root of many modern languages. Meanwhile, Greek philosophers, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, used reason to explore ethics, politics, and science. Their ideas, along with democracy and art, formed the bedrock of Western civilization. Rome eventually fell, but its and Greece's legacies endured, preserved in texts and ruins. These ideas would later spark a cultural awakening. Even as empires fall, their wisdom lives on. In East Asia, China's dynasties built a powerful unified state with a merit-based bureaucracy. Chinese inventions, paper, compass, gunpowder, printing, transformed the world. The Grand Canal and Great Wall showcased their engineering might. Meanwhile, in the Americas, civilizations like the Maya and Inca built cities, developed writing and math, and engineered roads and terraces. The Maya's calendar and the Inca's quipus reveal sophisticated societies. These cultures thrived independently, proving human ingenuity is universal. Across continents, the spark of civilization burned bright. History often turns on a single invention. Throughout the ages, humanity's greatest leaps forward have come from moments of inspiration, when someone dared to imagine a new way of doing things. These inventions, both simple and complex, have shaped the very fabric of our societies and changed the course of civilization. Writing, developed independently in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China, allowed knowledge to be recorded and shared across generations. For the first time, stories, laws, and discoveries could outlast their creators, connecting people across time and space. The wheel, first used for pottery, soon revolutionized transport and machinery. It enabled the movement of goods and people over long distances, making trade and cultural exchange possible on a scale never seen before. These simple ideas multiplied human power and progress. By harnessing tools and working together, early societies built cities, cultivated land, and laid the groundwork for future innovation. For centuries after Rome, Europe's progress slowed, but in the 15th century, Gutenberg's printing press changed everything. Suddenly, information could be reproduced quickly and accurately, reaching more people than ever before. Books could now be mass-produced, spreading ideas rapidly and widely. Knowledge was no longer confined to the elite. It became accessible to anyone who could read. The printing press fueled the Renaissance, Reformation, and scientific revolution. Artists, scientists, and thinkers could share their discoveries, sparking new movements and challenging old beliefs. Knowledge was democratized, breaking old monopolies on information. Ideas could now travel across borders, inspiring revolutions in thought, politics, and science. Suddenly, anyone could access new discoveries and philosophies. The world became more connected, and the pace of progress accelerated. This explosion of information set the stage for the modern world. The inventions of the past paved the way for today's technology and global society. Inventions like writing, the wheel, and the press-shaped civilization's course. Each breakthrough built upon the last, creating a chain of innovation that continues to this day. They remind us that a single idea can change everything. The spark of creativity in one mind can ignite progress for generations. The march of progress is built on innovation. As we look to the future, we are inspired by the inventors of the past, and reminded that the next world-changing idea could come from anyone, anywhere. After the Middle Ages, Europe awakened with the Renaissance, a rebirth of art, science, and human potential. Artists like Leonardo and Michelangelo created masterpieces, while thinkers questioned old beliefs. The scientific revolution followed, with Copernicus, Galileo, and Newton, revealing a universe governed by laws, not superstition. Science and reason became the tools for understanding the world. The Industrial Revolution soon transformed society, powered by steam and machines. Factories rose, cities swelled, and goods were mass-produced. This brought new wealth, but also social challenges and inequality. New political ideas emerged to address these changes. Humanity had entered the modern age, for better and for worse. The 20th century brought both devastation and progress. 2 world wars and the Cold War showed the dangers of our power, but also spurred the space age. The race to the moon united and inspired millions, showing what humanity could achieve. Seeing Earth from space revealed our planet's fragility and unity. Meanwhile, jet travel and new communications shrank the globe. The internet emerged, connecting people and ideas worldwide. A new era of global connection had begun. The internet and personal computers sparked a digital revolution, reshaping every aspect of life. Information is now accessible to anyone, anywhere. Social media and smartphones connect billions, transforming how we work, learn, and communicate. This rapid change brings both opportunity and challenge. Misinformation, privacy concerns, and new divides. Our technologies connect and sometimes divide us, demanding new responsibilities. We are living through one of history's most profound transformations. From the savannah to the digital world, humanity's journey is extraordinary. It's a story of innovation, struggle, and shared progress. Understanding our past helps us navigate the future. Our history connects us all in one unfolding human story.